Is there any question, guys?
No.
Mahesh, okay
No,
to
sir.
you also?
No, sir. No.
No
Sir, have
question.
you got a chance to look into the configuration which is present in our environment?
Sorry? Can you repeat?
I have shared one configuration file for one of the VH device on your WhatsApp number.
Okay. What is the issue in that?
I mean, I said right in earlier that our device configuration and the way the configuration we are using in this lab is different one actually. We are not using VPN 0 and we are not using any tunnel interface encapsulation configuration.
No. So that is what I told you earlier. It
Uh-huh.
cannot be the case. For having it, it should be having both of those things. If you are not utilizing, it means you are checking the configuration on the legacy device. So you need to understand, if you are running with a network, okay, let us say you are running with a network and you have a whole WAN topology, right? So some of them can be a part of SD-WAN. Some of them may be not part of SD-WAN currently. They are legacy devices. So what you are using or what you are checking is legacy device. Because even if it is C-edge, you should have a tunnel interface. Okay.
Okay. But sir, if it is a legacy device, it can reflect on the topology of the VH which is present on vManage.
On vManage, it should not be.
So I have taken the configuration from the vManage only. I mean, I have selected one of the node which is present on vManage and I will log in onto that and I have export the configuration. I'm
From
not
the
sure.
vManage.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So can you share your screen maybe with the configuration?
Yeah, I have already shared on WhatsApp actually. I have taken the base of the configuration I have shared with you.
Okay. Okay. So maybe I need to look upon that. Okay. I was
Because
in the
as far as I know, I mean, I discussed these things with my colleague as well. So he said that we are using the hub and spoke topology, and we are running the BGP on it. I mean, even we have the SDN. I'm not sure what is the use of that. Then if we are going for the legacy connectivity, then what is the use of the SD-WAN?
Can you repeat again?
I mean, even we are using the SD-WAN technology. We are connecting our hub and spoke via a BGP configuration, the legacy connectivity things.
See, what happened is, let me tell you the use case. Let us say you have 100 of the sites. Okay. You have 100 of the site and this is your MPLS. And on MPLS, you still have 50 sites. Okay. Still have 50 sites. Rest 50 sites are from SD-WAN. Okay. SD-WAN can use MPLS or internet, whatever. So what we will do, we will create a hub which will go in the MPLS so that interconnectivity between the legacy to the SD-WAN sites can be through. Is this point clear to you?
Can you please come again? The last point, we have to take connectivity with the VH, one of the VH, right? You mentioned.
I am saying with your hub, we can go for some of the legacy connectivity. We can just make some neighborship over there. We can just make some configuration over there so that my all SD-WAN routes can go to the MPLS and my MPLS route can go to the SD-WAN, vice versa.
Okay.
Otherwise, your legacy site will disconnect from the SD-WAN site.
Got it. So I believe we are, we are taking the such kind of a configuration on vManage. We are not using the VPN 0 and system ID configuration. I have randomly checked on the different devices which is present on vManage. I
Okay.
log in on devices and everywhere I seen such a
See,
configuration where
it might happen that in your environment through vManage, you are running some kind of scripts through which you can check legacy environment as well. So customized scripting can be done.
maybe could possible.
Sorry,
Maybe could possible. I need to check this.
right. So if these SD-WAN fabric, these legacy device are the part of SD-WAN fabric or not, that need to be checked. So you need to ask from your team, like either vManage is just handling the management part through some scripting or something, or either it is a part of SD-WAN fabric. Because if it is a part of SD-WAN fabric, for sure, you need a tunnel interface.
Got it, sir. I'll check.
Sure. Okay. Charles, anything else from your side?
No, it's
Or
okay. Good.
no? Okay,
No.
that is good. So earlier, if you remember, so far we have talked about templates, right? We talked about templates and device template, feature template. In the feature template, we created a couple of the templates, although I created it again because there was some device issue with vManage and I have to wipe it out and bring up your whole level. But that is fine. So these templates I already created and I showed you how to make these things happen. But one more important thing, let us say if you need to use policy, which I will be gonna explain in a moment. If you need to go for policy, then for sure, uh, SD-WAN template is clear to everybody. First of all, templates are clear. Feature template, device template is clear to you. Yes or no? Mahesh, SD-WAN template clear to you? Or Charles? Am I audible, guys? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now I need to talk about second thing. One thing is templates. Through the templates, we can configure multiple of the, devices in one go. Second thing is SD-WAN policies. Very important. When we are talking about SD-WAN policies, it is really a very essential part of your SD-WAN solution because if you need to influence any packet flow, okay, you need to use SD-WAN policies. So SD-WAN solution use policy to manipulate, maybe you can say the overlay fabric in a centralized fashion. And we can use policies and it is bit like some kind of code which you can use again and again. So this policy will create on your vManage, and then from vManage, either it can go to the vSmart, and from vSmart to different vEdge, or it can go to the vEdge directly. Okay, one of the two fashion it will go. Now, when it will go to the vManage and vManage to vSmart, and when it will go directly, that I am explaining in a moment. So if you are using centralized policy, centralized means bigger one policies which impact on whole SD-WAN fabric, then it will go to the vSmart and vSmart in turn sent to the vManage. But let us say if you need to do some kind of functionality on a single site, which means a single location. So it is a bit like you can say localized, localized policy. So you can have two type of policies, centralized policy or localized policy. In centralized policy, vManage through the netconf, send it to the vSmart, and then through netconf to the vEdge. Here, through vManage, it will use the netconf protocol and will send it to directly to the needed or required vEdge only. Then, when you are creating SD-WAN policy, it is a sum of first thing you need to talk about one list. Means list, I mean to say. Okay, list is, maybe you can say, some kind of interesting traffic. Interesting traffic. So when you need to find out some interesting values, that is your list. Then you need to go for policy definition. I will be explaining you in the lab, don't worry. But you need to first understand that it means what kind of action you are applying. So a bit like your route map. If you see the route map, you are doing the match statement, right? Then you are performing some kind of action, permit, deny, or whatever. And then it need to be applied on some application. So you need to select one application. Okay. One application means where to apply the policy. So these things are important when you are creating probably, your SD-WAN. So this thing is important. So in the list, you can provide what is my hub site, what are my spoke sites. You can, in case of hub and spoke, you can provide like that. Or maybe some specific route you want to provide, you can provide that. Here in the definition, you need to provide the action. So action can be permit. Action can be, maybe let us say you are increasing the local preference to 100, 200, whatever. Application, where you wanted to put it, maybe only to the spoke sites, or maybe only to the hub sites, or maybe only to the branch sites. So you can create couple of the lists and you can just use those lists wherever you need to go for. So this point is clear to everybody. Any question on this? No?
No, sir.
Okay. Then, as I told you, when you have vManage, okay, the vManage also need to be managed by vManage. So it should be also have vManage mode. vSmart also should be managed by vManage. Then vBond should be also managed by vManage, because if you will not do anything, it will be a CLI mode, but you need to go for vManage mode to push these policies. First thing. Second thing, as I told you, you can have centralized policy. When I am talking about centralized policy, this centralized policy can be control policy. And if you wanted to manipulate data only, then it can be data policy. Similarly, when I am talking about localized policy, the localized policy can be your control-based policy, which means you are controlling something. Or if you are just manipulating the data, it can be database policy. And for sure, if it is a centralized, it will go where? It will go to the vSmart. And eventually, vSmart will send it to where? In both of the case, it will be sent to the VH. So either if it is a local policy, it will go direct like that. If it is a centralized policy, it will go through the vSmart. Is this point clear? I just repeating the same thing using the diagram. So you can have centralized policy, localized policy, then centralized control plane, data plane separated. Similarly, locally, it can be, control plane and data plane. So if I talked about control plane, okay, in control plane, the examples are a bit like when you need to set some kind of topology, hub and spoke topology, full mesh, bit like that. Or you can set some kind of VPN membership. Okay, I will be gonna explain about all of them in the class, but just I am trying to build some foundation. But if it is a data plane, maybe if you wanted to set some application aware routing, if you need to change some kind of traffic data, okay, if there is some kind of cFloat type, if you need to use that kind of stuff, you can use. Localized, for sure, a single device is impacting, but with the same kind of thing. Okay. But the main point is, if you people have worked upon route map ever, how route map work? You need to say route map, you need to give some name, permit 10. So here you match something and maybe you set something, right? So which means you are providing the interesting data and you are putting the action on it. Same way we are doing in the policy also. So when I will be gonna go with the policy stuff, this is same stuff which will happen. So it's not bit like you will feel like that, okay, what it is happening or how it is happening, because it's same thing. But as I told you, for the same, you should have all the devices. If you talk about all the devices, this should be under the vManage mode only. Any question?
No, sir.
Hello? Okay. So if no question, let me show you how to go for devices. So under the devices, can you see, I can create the policy using the CLI template also. So what I will do, I will go to the SSH stuff. I will click on vManage. Here, I can just go like that, admin, show run, oops. Show running config, okay. And I can just use the complete running config file, if I can copy that. And let me see, if I go to the templates, create template through the CLI, I can select the model. So this is vManage. I can say vManage through CLI. Again, vManage through CLI. And here I can just paste that. Oh, it's not working. Okay, not an issue. So let me do one thing. Let me just use putty to copy and paste these things. 20.1110 admin, and then show running config. Okay. And let me do the same stuff again. I am copying from here to here. And I can paste over in my CLI configuration and I can click on add. Okay. So if you see, there is a vManage configuration which is already added. I can click over there. I can attach the device. This is my vManage. I can click on attach. If you see if there is any difference or no, if you try to see the difference, so it will show you, although there should not be any. Let me just configure. So this CLI template is very easy. Yeah. If you are interested in the CLI template, you can go for the CLI based template as well. And you can see it is now added. Any question?
Sir, what we did, we copied the vManage configuration, CLO configuration,
Right.
and we have pasted this with on a
Let me show you.
template.
Let me show you for vSmart 20.1.1.10. Okay. Admin. Oh, not 10. It should be 12. Let me repeat the same steps using 20.1.1.12. Admin. This is vSmart. I'm just saying show running config. Copying this whole config from here to here. Going to create a template using the CLI template, not from the feature, but the CLI. I can paste over here, select the model. The model will be your vSmart. Then you can just give like vSmart, vSmart CLI, give any name, vSmart CLI, and just click on add. Okay, this is added. Now attach the vSmart to it. So it will show how many vSmart you have. You can attach. Now let us say if you have different vSmart, which have different IP address. So even you can create the variable like in your GUI. We used to set variable, global variable, device specific variable. Remember?
Yes, sir.
In same way, you can set variable over here also. How? Let me show you using the vBond. Okay. So what is my vBond IP? 21.1.11 if I'm not.
So, sir, just we copied the configuration and we created one template and we paste that template configuration template. So this
Correct.
template is useful for one device only, or maybe we can say it's a device specific template currently, right?
Right.
So now
Because
we are, yeah.
I have single device, so I am using the, like that. But let us say if you have multiple vSmarts, okay? So in that case, what you can do, you can create a CLI template, select some device. So this is because vBond, so I need to go for VS and I need to write down vBond CLI. Just give me a minute, I am telling you. vBond, vBond CLI, like this. Now let us say the IP route can be different. You can select this, and can you see this? Create variable. Click here. What is the variable name? Default
Next
gateway.
date.
And can you see? Now, if you add this, and let us say if you need to attach the device, so vBond, okay, if you need to attach this device, it will ask that variable. If you edit it, see, it is asking for what is default gateway 20.1.1.1. So I can update it and I can click on next. So if I have multiple devices, even then I can create variable and I can, utilize that. Is this okay for both of you, Charles, Mahesh?
Yes, sir. I think the CLI is the simplest way to configuration.
Okay. So
At
that
least
is how.
configure one VHDS initially, and whatever we are take the configuration and create a CLI template and add the variable wherever it is needed, and maybe we can push to the other device.
You can.
Yeah.
So if you see, these are CLI types, right? This is feature type. Okay.
In the
Charles,
industry, sir, what I mean best practices they are using is a CLI or a feature template?
see, because you are already aware about CLI, you can go with CLI. It hardly matters. If you are okay with feature, like those people who are not aware about much more about CLI, they can use features. So it depends upon what you likes. Cisco is providing both of the ways.
Okay, got it.
Yes. So if you see your network, in the network, all of these devices are, all of such devices are there, right? Just give me a minute. I was checking something. Okay. Fine. So if you see, these are the templates and it is showing you what are your devices which are attached. Now, we can create couple of the policies. If this point is clear, now let me show you couple of more things. Let us say into your environment. This is your vManage device. I am just talking about one. This is your vManage device, VH. Post it, there can be a lot of things, but let me create maybe only simple diagram currently. Let us say you have a router. After the router, there are some switches and there is some LAN option. All LAN is coming over here through the OSPF. Now you have a bigger LAN. You need to set up an OSPF connection in between these devices also, so that my all links can go to vManage through the OSPF. And then through the VH to the vSmart, okay, it will be get bring through the OMP. Yes or no? And then through OMP only, they can be sent to the other VH devices. And that is how my one LAN, I showed you this, why my one LAN can interact with another LAN. I showed you this, right? Yes or no? Remember,
Yes.
I talked about VPN 10 or VPN 172, whatever.
Yeah, VPN 172. I mean, that route we are initially created directly on
Right.
VH device, not on.
Right here 172, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So same way we can just, okay, let me add this vSmart 172 first. One template we need to add. Let me go to the feature template, add a template. This time it is VH Cloud, and I need to go for,
VPN?
sorry,
No, no.
VPN template, and I can say, let us say guest VPN 172. You can use any. I'm just trying to see. And if I see here, give me a minute. It's very hard to see. Which interface is this? Oh, I do not have to see. Let me make it bigger. 0/2 and 0/6. Okay. 0/2. 0/2. Okay. So what I can do, I can set up VLAN 172. Okay. Here VLAN 172. Name, maybe I can say guest. Okay. Guest. Then DNS, nothing. I am not doing anything over here. IPv4. Yes, set it up. New network. What is the prefix? I can set device specific. VPN 172. This is a network. So I need not to set network currently because I don't want to put anything default router bit like that. IP network, let it off on. IP route, nothing is needed. Services. Sorry. Here off. Self. Fine. So I just created one template for VPN 172. Now let me create one template for interface of VPN 172. I can say that it is globally no shut. Interface is GD0/2. Description I can say globally. Guest. Just give me a minute. So let me add this IPv4 address. Okay, it statically we need to add it. Tunnel interface, no, it won't be a tunnel interface because I don't need to add it. Then is there anything? Is there anything? No. Let me see. Okay. Now these two templates I need to add into my manage devices. So I can edit it and then I can just add service VPN. VPN will be 172. Interface will be 172 interface update. When you will update, both of the device has to be updated. Check it. What is to be updated? IP address 420. I can say 172.20.1.1/24 mil. Okay. Let me copy this. It is 20 site. Similarly, I need to go for 30 site. I can select that 30. And I can update. Configure the device. So here, if you see this is pending, wait for some time. Device is offline. Device is offline. 20 is not up. Why it is not up? Yes, it is up. Yes. Then 0, 512, nothing else. Let me see what happened. Okay, let me stop it. And let me take a reboot. Meanwhile, let me just configure this device also, which is 101. So can one of you help me to configure this, please? What we need to do? Anyone? Hello?
Hello?
Yes. So what I need to do to make this
System
right?
config.
So first I will go to the config terminal, system mode, then
Host name, system IP,
I can go for host name, which is VH101, then
system IP, system ID.
system IP 1.1. It is which site? Just give me. It is site 100. So 1.1.100.1 or maybe 2, right? Then site ID,
Site
100,
ID,
right? Then organization name,
organization, and
network
vBond.
name, then vManage, which is 20.1.11. We can commit and we can exit from here. We can go for VPN 0, and there I can go for interface. Which interface?
G0/0.
GE 0/0. Okay. What next?
IP address.
Right. So I need to add IP address, which is 100.100.1.2/30. In my case, no shut, then tunnel interface, encapsulation, IPsec, color, what was that? Busy internet, yeah. Busy internet. And then allow service all. What else? Exit IP route 0000/0, and it should go to the 100.100.1.1. Commit, and then let us go back. Any question? Now I need to set up this internet link over here, gigi 0/1. So I will go to phone's terminal, interface gigi 0/1, IP address 100.100.1.1, 255.255.252, no shut, and WR. So IP interface brief. So if I check show IP, interface brief, exclude, unassigned, and yes, I have 100.100.1. Let me try to ping 100.100.1.2. Yes. Okay. Let me save this. And let me go back to my 101. Try to ping 20.1.1.1 and here you go. Right, guys? Any question what I did?
No questions.
So this is what we need to do for our first part. Secondly, what we need to do next?
Certificate, CSR creation.
Right. So I need to request, right? Request download from TFTP 20.1.1.14 if I'm not wrong, and that is pki.c. Right. Then request root cert change. I need to install in the home admin. The name is pki.ca. Fine. What else?
CSR creation.
Correct. CSR creation. So for CSR creation, what I need to do? I need to say request CSR upload, and then where to upload? Home admin, and I can give any name like csr.txt. Name will be netminian generated. Go to the vshell ls more csr.txt. Here you go. Let me go to my root certificate. Sorry, root CA. And here I need to say, what was that? Crypto PKI server PKI request request, and it should be PKCS terminal. And I can just copy this ESR, paste it over here. And if everything is fine, it should give me a certificate. Now I need to do cat
map this certificate.
and I can paste over here. Can go to the exit, can say request certificate install, and then in the home, in the admin, the name is cert.txt, and then show certificate serial, and here is my chassis number, 0 is my let me go to the vManage. As I told you, I was doing the same thing for your lab because vManage was dead. Let me do it again. Admin, request, vh, add chassis number, then serial number. If I see the serial number is 08, done. Let me copy the same. Go to the I can add the same command. Now let's go over here. Go to the main dashboard, which is down. 20 is still down. What is the issue with 20? I need to go to the network. 30 is showing. Okay. That device is not available yet. Let's wait. Okay, 101 is now showing. So what you can do, you can go to the certificates. If you see there are 3 controllers, you need to send them to all the controllers. Okay, done. If you go to the main dashboard, '20 seems to be down again. What's happening with 20? So 101 is up and 30.2 is also up. Fine. 20 is somehow not reachable. And what's the issue with 20? I need to check maybe. Let me exit from here first. And let me show you something different. Then I will be gonna check 20. Okay. So now, if I will go over here under the templates, I can go to my featured template and I can attach a device. And since I have 101 also, I can just attach 101 as. So when you need to attach 101, you need to modify the template and you need to put everything. Like here I can put 172.100.1.1. For internet, it is 100.100.1.1. For MPLS, since I don't have MPLS currently, I am putting anything, but it is not valid. Now let me copy this. Internet address will be 2/30. Let me copy this. If I have MPLS, it should be 2/30. Host name, let it be 101. Like that. Yes. System IP, I can just say 1.1.100.2. Site ID is 100. Anything else? No. Let me update. Next, configure the device. But here comes a problem. And what the problem is? The problem is some device may have different connectivity in the LAN. Some devices may not have that kind of connectivity. So for the same, what I can do, I can set up some different, templates, device template also. Okay. So what I can do, I can go over here, I can copy, and I can say vManage for DC. So that if I need to make something, I can do it very quickly. And here, maybe in the attached device, I can set my DC device over here. It will have all the configuration already. I need not to do anything. So I'm just copying that from base template to the DC template, so that if I need to make some changes in the DC, I will do directly in the DC, not in my all managed devices. So far, what I did, is there any question? Am I audible, guys? Hello, am I audible? Mahesh, Charles, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. Sure. Thank you. So I hope no questions. Then what I need to do now, I need to set up the other side. And what is that? This firewall. So what I can go, I can just enable this firewall, and I can set up this link so that I can create some maybe OSPF and bit like, stuff, and we can set something there.
Okay.
Let it get booted up. I hope it should be booted. Let me see. Okay, you can see it is coming up. Now I can go to the config terminal mode. I can go to the interface. Which interface? Gig 0/2, and it should be Gig 0/1 if I'm not wrong. No. Okay, it's Ethernet 0/1. I can say no switch port. Then IP address 172.100.1.2, and then 255.255.255.0. No, kept. Now let me try to ping the other side. Am I able to ping that? Yes. So vManage, vEdge, I can able to ping. Is this point so far? Any question, any doubt what I am doing?
No, sir.
All right. So very first thing, you need to make it up you need to, now what I can do, I can set up a loopback even. Interface loopback 0. IP address, let us say 1.1.1.1, 255.255.255.255. Just for the sake of, reachability, I wanted to show you. Now what I can do, exit out of it, router, OSPF 10. Okay. What is the site ID? Is 100 here. So maybe let us say it as no, and let it set as 100. 100. I can say network, any network, and maybe let us say area is 100. What happened? Oh, what's the issue?
10 is missing.
It's one less. Huh? Okay. Let me just do like that. Okay. Now, when you are running OSPF from here to here, you need to run OSPF here also. Yes or no? Are
Yeah.
you getting my point?
Yes.
Now, to create the OSPF, okay, you need to create one, feature template again. So I will go to the feature template. I need to add a template. This is for what? VH Cloud. And then this time, what you want to run is OSPF. Can you see OSPF somewhere? Here you go.
Yes, madam.
Now you can run this, like I can say OSPF for DC. So this template I will change only in DC. I will not apply this template in my other vManage devices. Okay. Here you need to set some router ID if you have some, or you can just make it as like that only. Now, if you go down, router ID, distance of external, redistribute. Do you want to redistribute or no? You can just set up that as well. Then router LSA. Let me set only area. Let me check it first. Huh? Area is 100. Then what area type you have? Do you have different type of area type like stub or bit like that? Huh? So if you have that area type, probably you need to. Otherwise, let me set the interface. Add interface. Interface is G0 by 2. And maybe let me click on add. Range command, or maybe let me just check if it worked or no. So I created a OSPF template, feature template, which is not attached to anybody. No device template is there. No device attached. Okay. I will go to the device template, to the DC template. I will click on edit. I will go to the additional template. Sorry, where is my VPN 172? I will go to the OSPF. Here I can select what is my OSPF. I can just do like that. And let's try to edit, configure it.
Sir, what
And,
we did now?
sorry,
What we did, I mean, the one VPN
I'm
one.
just repeating the whole steps. Let me see if OSPF is coming up or not.
Okay, okay, got it.
Let's see if OSPF is coming up. If it is coming up, then maybe I will tell you all steps. Is it apply or no? Successfully applied. Good. Seems there is some issue. Let me check.
So which area we configured on the firewall? Area
100,
number?
100.
Both side, right?
If you see here, show run section router OSPF. This side is also area 100, right? And that side also is area 100. Let me check the configuration quickly. Admin, show run VPN 172. Why not it is showing OSPF? Show run. Oh, strange. It's not showing that OSPF. Let me check quickly.
So all the interfaces are up.
Sorry.
I'm asking if all interfaces are up.
Yes, interface is up. That is the reason we are able to ping it.
Okay.
Just let me think about it. What we did, we create an OSPF template. We put interface over there. We created the here. Yes, that is what we need to do. Strange. Just give me a minute. I was thinking nothing is there. Okay. And if I see the lab, DB0/2 is there, right? It's DB0/2 on 101. That will make it a little bit bigger to check out. So, do I have somewhere OSPF or not? Just see if you can see OSPF anywhere. Why? How come OSPF is not coming? OSPF configuration is not showing, right? Range 101 up. Let me see. On the DC attached to which device? 101 only. Strange. If I will go to the feature, my OSPF DC, OSPF DC. Let me select OSPF router ID, update. Let me see if it is doing something. And let me set the OSPF ID as 172.100.1.1. Update. Click on next. And let me see if it is having some difference. This time it is showing. Maybe that was the issue. And where is
Network is missing.
sorry?
Under the OSPF, the network, network segment, we have to advertise, right?
Right. We need to. Let us go to the templates. See, this GUI is sometime. I'm sorry for that. Let me go to the edit. And again, let me do device ID, OSPF router ID, external route, internal routes, fine. Then redistribute, I'm currently not doing anything. Maximum metric, that's fine. Area. Oh, even area is also not there. Area is 100. Okay. Interface. So, all these settings where it went 0.2. Click on add. Click on add. Okay. Now update. Now let me see. It should be up now. If I will just make it like that. I'm just coming to your point, Mahesh, regarding the network.
So I
I'm just
believe here on a VH devices
no,
you
no,
are trying.
it will come up. It will come up now. Why? I will tell you. Maybe add statement was missed. Yes, it should be up now in a moment. Now let me tell you. See, have you learned about OSPF version 3?
Yeah, I know.
So if OSPF version 3 you are aware about, then there we need not to add any network statement. Okay. We
I
need
got
to
it, got it. We are specifically add the
right,
interface under the OSPF.
So you can
That's,
see it
yeah,
is up.
yeah.
You can see it is up.
Yeah,
Okay.
previously, I mean, the interface is not there. That's why I mean.
No, maybe interface I added, but maybe it didn't get add or something. Okay. Maybe
Okay.
I missed the add button. Okay. Okay.
Got it.
Here you go. You can see it is up now.
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah.
Now, if I need to go to my VH101, if I will check show IP route for VPN, let us say 172. Can you see? I have some OSPF routes which are coming. And 1.1. Can you see that? So 111 route is coming from where? From OSPF. This route is coming from where? From OSPF. Right? Now let me go to the VH, maybe 20 is not working somehow, but let me go to the 30. So IP route for VPN 170. And can you see that? The same route is coming over here also. Any question to anybody? Charles, Mahesh? Should I need to repeat all the steps or is it fine now?
It's
So,
fine now, but
okay, I want you to repeat again.
Okay, let me get repeated.
so one question. I mean, we are not doing any redistribution. I mean, what I'm trying to understand here, whatever we did, the firewall.
I will come on redistribution in 5 minutes. Please just give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
Before that, whatever I have taught, is there any doubts in that?
No, sir. I mean, configuration wise, I'm clear. I'm just having the question about that.
That I will be explaining in a moment. So we have a data center in which we have two, vManage devices. Let us say 101, 102. These two are going to, let us say, to the firewall. And after firewall, let us say this is going to the LAN. I'm just trying to simulate over here that from LAN, all routes will come to 101. From 101, it will go to the vSmart. From vSmart, it can go to the other side, like VS30, or if VS20 is also up, then it will automatically go to the VS20. So what I did here, Charles, I run OSPF towards this side so that my all OSPF routes will come automatically. And when these routes will come, automatically it will redistribute it into OMP because these are internal routes. If it will be OSPF external route, then they will not come into the OMP automatically. We need to make some changes. What changes that I am about to show. But internal routes will automatically come in the OMP, and from OMP, it will go to the other sites. Again, automatically, you need not to do anything on the overlay tunnel. I hope I am making sense to both of you people. If there is any question, you can ask.
So one question, we did not do any redistribution. We did just OSPF configuration.
That is what I am saying. Redistribution is not required for internal route.
Okay. You mean whenever any subnet which are let's suppose
I am
for
explaining that. I am explaining that. Wait. I am explaining that in 5 minutes. That is what I told.
Okay, got it.
Redistribution I am explaining. But apart from that, if there is any question, you can ask.
No, sir, I'm clear with this.
Okay, Charles, is this okay for you also?
Yes.
Now let's come to the redistribution. If you remember, I create OMP for 172. Okay. I create one template for OMP 172. Let me show that. Okay. If I will go to the templates, feature templates, 172 OMP, if you see VPN 172 somewhere, can you see 172 VPN 172? Huh? Where is that? It is interface. Here you. If I will edit it, okay, and show you slowly, if I will go down, DNS OMP. See here, by default, BGP routes are off. Static routes are off. OSPF external routes are off. Connected routes are off. So you can make on and off from here. EAGRP are off, but OSPF internal will go. Are you getting my point? I can update it and I can just click on next and I can configure all the devices. It is saying that it will be configuring on all the 3 devices. I am saying yes. So now static routes and connected routes will also get redistributed. Mahesh, making sense?
Yes, sir.
So this is very simple thing, very small thing, what you need to do. So any question?
Sir, can you please come on that diagram?
On this diagram?
Whiteboard.
Yes.
What we did here, we did OSPF configuration between the firewall and VH101, right?
Right.
So, and we have created one loopback and that we advertise in our OSPF. Let's suppose we have created the loopback on a firewall that is a IP 1.1.1.1 and that with the OSPF, it will get advertised on VH device 101. The moment here is my point actually, that one I want to put it down here. So the moment the 101 receive the route from the OSPF one for the loopback, it will automatically send this update to all the VS device with the vManage.
Because this is OSPF internal routes.
Okay.
If it is OSPF internal routes, then yes.
Okay. So we no need to touch or make any
Nothing.
configuration.
We need not to do anything.
Okay, got it. So without any touch or maybe without any configuration, one side of the whatever the subnets which are learning on one of the VH devices, it will get advertised or which will get populated on all the VH devices.
Right.
So this is the beauty of the
again. If we don't have any policy.
Okay, got it.
If we don't have any policy, and that is why I am building this, because I need to talk about policy.
Got it, sir.
Okay?
Got it, sir.
Yes. Any question to you, Charles?
No,
Now let us say I am going to my firewall, config terminal. IP route 0.0.0.0, 0.0.0.0, null 0. I am creating a IP route. Okay. I am going to my router OSPF 100 and I am saying default information originate always. Save this. See what I did? I introduce a default route. Once I will introduce a default route, this should go into my here also. But this route is external route. Are you getting my point?
The
This route is
redistributed route.
external route. If I will go to the 30 and if I will try to see my routing table, it will not show to me. Why? Because it's a external route and external route don't come automatically. Now, if you need that kind of modification, Mahesh and Charles both, you need to go again to, where is my 172? Here you go. You need to click on edit. Here under advertise OMP, you need to say OSPF external should be also advertised. So only when you do this, by doing that, it means your OSPF external route will be also get advertised to other locations. So let us say on the hub, you wanted to redistribute the default route to the spokes maybe. So you can do like that. Any question?
No question, sir.
Let us see on the 30th. Can you see? It is coming now. Right? It is coming only via Biz Internet, not through the gold. And the reason is because I just set up only one link, Biz Internet, nothing else. That is the reason it is coming from Biz Internet. If you make second link also, then it will come from both of the links. But I don't want to do that. I just wanted to show you. Now, this is one thing what I introduced. I hope you people so far should not have any question. If there is any question, feel free to ask. Otherwise, maybe let me proceed further.
So one question. You remember you teach us one point. If we did not add one command, it will try to
Restrict.
establish the restrict types, and that restrict command we did not add on the newly configured VH devices. So
No, it is already added in the template. If you
okay,
will go to
got
the
it.
template, it is already added in the template. And since it is added into the template, so
Okay.
automatically new device will be get,
Yeah, yes, got it. So I believe during the configuration, manual configuration, initially we did not add.
we need
So
to add it manually to everybody.
Yeah, got
But
it.
here, only to the template, once you do, it will be uniform for everybody.
Got it. Yeah, right.
Now, here you go with policies. I talked about there are two types of policies, centralized policy and local policy. When you go to you want centralized policy, you need to click on centralized policy. It will be there. If you wanted to set a localized policy, you need to click on localized policy and you click on add policy. And this is what I was explaining you earlier. That first, you need to match statement. There should be a match statement like AS path list. You can have some community list. You can have data. Data list means related to your data. It is bit like your prefix list. Sorry, ACL data. Okay.
Got it.
You can have some extended community, class map, mirroring, polishing. Here, prefix list is for your control connection. Please do understand. Prefix is for your control. For data, there is ACL. So these two are different here. Okay. They a bit like a different here. Then you can see you need to this is interesting traffic you are selecting, right? Then you can set QoS. you can set ACLs, you can configure some route policy, and you can put this route policy wherever you want to configure. So this is how we need to do the things. So I hope now I have one route, right? This is a route which is default route. So I can say default route, and this default route is 0000 Sajid, right? I can click on add. So when I am doing this thing, it means in the localized policy, I am adding control statement, because as I told you, prefix is for what? For your control, right? Remember? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
True. Now you can click on next. When you click on next, it will ask for QS related things. I don't add anything for the QS. I can continue. It is saying, do you want to add some access list? That is for data traffic. I don't want to continue. Then it is saying, configure the route policy. So I can add over here. I can click on create new. Give some name like OSPF policy. I'm just creating like that OSPF policy. Here you can see there is default action and there is some kind of sequence type which I can add over here, right? So here I need to add something, some sequence type. So I will click on sequence type. In the sequence type, you can add lot of rules. Click on rule. It is saying IPv4 address. What is the match statement? So in the match statement, I can click on address. What is the prefix list? So my prefix list is default route. I can set that I am adding as a default route. What is the action? Action is reject. So reject is enabled by default. Let it. So what I am trying to do, I don't want my default route to come. Okay, I want to stop my default route. So that I am trying to show you through the policy. Although I added it by my own, but let us say if you are receiving some default route and you wanted to stop it, so how you can stop it? That is what I am showing. Any question? Now this name I need to copy somewhere so that I can add it once I need it. So I am just adding it, just saving this name. So it is bit like route map. Okay. So we are just doing all the stuff like that. Save the route policy. I didn't save it. Okay. So that is what some option, if you ignore, it will not be gonna show you again. Okay. So I just save it. Any questions so far? Now, default action by default is reject. If you wanted to make any change into that, you can click on, do whatever you need to do. But if you see, default action, reject enable. So you can say rest all the traffic should be accepted. And you can save it and you can save the route policy. So now this route policy is created. Once your route policy is created, you need to click on next. It is again saying, what is your policy name? Give the policy name. Give the policy name. It is localized. Maybe let me copy the same, paste over here, localized. So you are just giving the name, and here you can just click on preview. So if you just preview it, you can see there is a route policy. This route policy is OSPF policy, sequence 1, match, address default route, action is reject. Default action is accept. When you go to the list, in the list there is a prefix list which is saying IP address 0000. It is a bit like a common name you are giving over. So the stuff is, you need to create a policy. Once you create this policy, you need to push this policy okay, maybe I need to push it from the template. Okay, first you need to create a policy, then you need to push this policy to the vManage. Once it will be vManage, you need to apply it somewhere. It is bit like, let me tell you, it is little bit, little bit complex, but not much. So you are creating a policy. This policy you need to send to some VH. Currently it is into the VH, bit like your ACL. ACL is there in Shoran, but you need to apply Shoran on interface. So then you need to apply it where? In the OSPF. So under OSPF, we need to apply that policy. Is this point clear? There are a couple of more things I know. If you just see the traditional approach, there is little bit difference, but yeah, it has to be done. So very first thing, I need to go to my templates. Under the DC template, first I need to send it to where? In additional template. If you see, there is a policy. This is my policy. I need to update it. If I will update it, click on next. If I show you the configuration, so under the configuration, you can see this whole policy will be sent to your vManage device. Come on, let's come. So you can see this policy is there, but this is bit like ACL is there in running configuration, but you need to apply that ACL somewhere. That I will be going to apply in a moment. But first, let me push it in the vManage device. So I am just putting it on the 101 to my DC device. Any questions so far? Please ask. Am I audible?
No questions, sir. Got it.
Okay. So this is one thing. You have put it into the vManage device. Now, where you need to apply it? Under the OSPF. So what I will do, I will go to my templates. Under feature template, there should be my OSPF DC template. I will go over there, and here under the advanced, if I will just scroll down, see, here is a policy name available. I need to say globally. And what was my policy name? This is my policy. I will click like that, and I will save this. Next. If I show you the configuration difference. So this time, under the OSPF, I am applying that policy, which is already in my running configuration. But see, I am now applying under the OSPF. Only this command I am putting in. Is this point clear to everybody? Yes or no, please? Charles?
Previously, we create one policy and which we map
And we
to
put
the
into the running
device.
config. Running config.
Yeah,
on the
running
device.
config. Okay.
But-
and now we have attached this policy to the under the
OSPF.
OSPF.
Right. It is bit
Got it.
like you are creating an ACL. That ACL will be in the running config, but
Yeah.
where you need to apply it?
Where
On some
it is
interface
applied.
or somewhere. So that is
Yeah.
what I am doing. So it's
Yeah.
two-time job. Huh?
Got it. Creating the
Right.
policy, then attach on the device, and then it
Right.
will get called on one of the routing protocol, BGP, OSPF, something like that.
Correct. So now if you will see, you are receiving this route. Okay. But this route should not be getting forwarded to anywhere because I am blocking. Any question?
Sir, we are seeing the default route, right? 0.0.0.
No. See, if you see on the, let me show you. If you see here, can you see? It is not forwarded further.
Okay, but 101 VH still receiving the route, right?
That will receive, no? That will receive, but it is not forwarding it.
Okay, got it.
because we are saying denied.
Got it, sir.
So that is my localized policy. Any question to anybody in the localized policy, feel free to ask.
No, sir. Got it.
Is this okay for you also, Charles?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tomorrow I will.
One question. We can add only one policy in a template, or we can add a multiple policy, because when you are applying the
This is localized policy. You can add if I show you. This is, if you go to the templates, this is localized policy. Localized policy means like local to the device. So if you are adding something to the local to the device, it is one.
only
Okay.
one. Yeah, that's what I checked.
But if you talk about centralized, you can go for multiple places.
Got it. I mean, when you said centralized, it's just creating the policy unless and it will not use unless until we called it on the one of the neighborship or maybe right.
No.
Or
Don't get confused. Centralized is for whole SD-WAN fabric. Let us say if there are multiple vManage devices, and by default all vManage devices are making full mesh topology like that. Okay. But I need to break this, and I want this stuff should go to the hub, and this is my hub, let us say. So for that, I will be pushing this policy to the vSmart, and vSmart will put it configuration to everybody so that there can be a hub and spoke topology over the full mesh. So this I will be going to show you tomorrow. Tomorrow probably I will be completing your course, okay? Because these topologies are, sorry, these policies are the last topic, okay? And we will be gonna create a lot of these, not lot, probably 2, 3, 4, whatever time allows us. We will be gonna create those policies, and I will be gonna show you in tomorrow's class.
okay, sir. Got it.
Yes. Charles, any question to you?
Okay.
Okay, then. I really wanted to thank you for your time. We'll meet you tomorrow at same time. Till then, have a great day. Take care of yourself and your family. Bye.